Internet. I'm Hugo.
I'm going to Canada for medical care.
Oh, hi, Rand Paul, and welcome to Hugo and Jake. Today we're gonna be reading another chick tract. This one is called "What About Me?"
What about me? She got an old lady hand.
She has the most.
She's trying to shoot a web.
She's either Spider-Man or has arthritis. If Spider-Man got arthritis, the villains would be like, "Hey,
That's it.
that's pretty good."
That's pretty good.
All right.
So what's this about?
This is
About me?
This is about an old lady, and how Catholics are bad. You gotta get a shot in at the Catholics if you're chick.com for some reason.
Yes.
Why did I talk about them as if they're only the website? They are also an organization.
Okay. I'm so lonely. How long have I been?
Oh,
That's my sputum.
I'm a doctor, and I still found that to be, pretty fucking gross. You've been here 3 weeks. We've asked you to stop making those noises.
3 weeks?
What? Where's your family?
I don't have family. I'm on the lam.
Okay, see, I told you.
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
I'm pretty sure a 90-year-old woman is not on the lam. On the chart it says you broke your hip. And
I don't even have hips.
Well, that's also a problem we should probably deal with.
Father Mike? Oh, that's right. You only visit who put a lot in the offering plate. You Catholic son of a bitch.
That's the noise Father Mike makes when he walks by.
There he goes. He looks kind of like the clown from Air Bud.
Yeah.
Doesn't God care about poor people?
Kanye, is that you?
No.
Hello, I was visiting the next room, and I couldn't help but overhearing.
Billy, is that you?
No, my name is something else.
Oh, was I being loud when I was screaming at the Catholic?
Yeah,
Please.
I've heard a symptom of dementia is disability to regulate the volume of your voice.
Please come in. I'm Angie, and definitely not a black version of Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello.
Is that more shitting on the grave of Robin Williams, or
It wasn't targeted at Robin Williams because I love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay. You know what I feel bad for?
His family?
No, well, that also. The stepdad, not even the stepdad, the new boyfriend in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Really?
Imagine, because he's not painted as that bad of a guy.
Isn't he? I don't remember.
Robin Williams is a piece of shit, barely working, underemployed fellow who cannot keep his shit together and has crazy parties at his house where police have to be called because there are farm animals. Yes, have you not seen Mrs. Doubtfire lately? So,
No, not
his
lately.
wife leaves him. It's the 90s. He can do that now. And, what happens? Why did I go on a Mrs. Doubtfire diatribe? I'm in the middle now, so
you gotta finish it up.
So, what happens is, she's out, she's being independent, she's a career woman, she finds the time to meet a new guy who's nice, who doesn't care that it's the 90s and she already has 2 children.
Yeah.
One of them is Matilda. That's difficult to deal with. So, anyway, he's doing fine. All of a sudden they get a new nanny who for some fucking reason doesn't like him. Thinks the relationship's going well. Turns out it's been the ex-husband the whole time. Imagine you're dating a woman and you find out the nanny has been her ex-husband in essentially drag the whole time.
Prosthetics, though.
Okay, having a brother who is an accomplice to this crime does not make it better. It makes it crazier.
Am I misremembering, or was it the guy that also gives him the parts in Bicentennial Man that does I forget his name.
You are misremembering.
Oliver something.
I know, I can picture both of the actors in my head. I know why you're conflating them. No, different people.
Okay, back to the tract. We've covered that topic.
Do we have to?
It's over.
I could write a thesis on Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know why I would, but I could.
Does Mrs. Doubtfire dribble a basketball at any point during that movie? If so, that thesis will never see the light of day.
So, what's the problem other than the all of it?
I'm too poor to pay for a priest, but apparently not health care? Hey, I probably have Medicaid.
I was gonna say, she's a boomer, so she has Medicaid and therefore doesn't have to worry about healthcare.
That's fine, as long as the gays don't get any.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He sees everyone else. I guess God doesn't have time for me.
Alright, I'm gonna cut off this oddly long E. God's not like that. In fact, ellipses, if you want God dash, then you are just the person he's looking for. May I tell you a story? And by the way, excellent lung capacity for your age. Pretty good. Pretty good. You done? Let me squeeze a little bit more out.
Oops, sorry. I had slipped into a daze. Be my guest. Oh. Come on, Papa, be my guest.
Oh God, why are you spreading your legs?
So, I said be my guest.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
I haven't been touched in 40 years.
I'm not gonna tell it to your downstairs ear. They say if you put a shell up to it, you get a yeast infection.
That's true. It's the salt.
Many years ago, a poor woman moved to a country that didn't like her kind.
Yikes!
Her name was Ruth. She was recently widowed and came with her widowed mother-in-law. And you know what? Israel didn't have any sort of border protection, and they didn't think to shut down the government unnecessarily for several months.
They should have built a wall.
They should have built a wall. An ineffective, overpriced wall.
Well, as we know, walls have been keeping people out of places for millennia.
Many of them before the invention of planes.
Oh.
Why am I'm steering into old lady and you're playing the old lady.
Yeah.
I wish I understood me
It's
too.
like a yawn.
For Ruth and her mother-in-law to survive, she had to pick up the grain left by the harvesters.
Who's that young lady?
The breathiness with which you said that gives me pause, but it's a Moabite widow, Naomi's daughter-in-law.
A widow, you say?
Oh God, why is the term widow making you... Oh, sloppy seconds, I see.
So she's, experienced, you might say.
I mean, she's 16, so yeah, in this culture.
So yeah, she's been around for a long time. She's on her third baby.
Yeah. Moabites were excluded from citizenship in Israel. How could Ruth expect to be treated?
Tell me, okay, hold on. No, they're not going to. Nah, this isn't a Mexican immigration thing for them.
No, but they're also not going to be like, she should have been treated better. It's going to be like, isn't it amazing they treated her as well as they did even though she didn't deserve it? That's my guess. Boaz, however, was different.
Hi, I'm Boaz. Maybe you've heard of me, maybe you haven't, but,
There's 12 people in this country, so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Boaz, and, you, work just in my field, and none of the men will touch you. You know, you really gotta watch out for men, you know, and,
Being guaranteed to not be raped was like a healthcare package back then.
Yeah, so you just,
Ruth was overwhelmed. Oh, God. Sir, I am a foreigner. Why are you being so kind to me?
Well, just gonna flex. Sorry, I was doing pull-ups earlier. Anyway, I heard that all you did for your mother-in-law since your husband died, your husband who is dead and is no longer in the picture, so you're single, and I'm just throwing this out there. World's a dangerous place. I'm also single, by the way. Not that I'm looking. And I just want to let you know that there's a lot of guys out here that, I mean, you're super pretty, but just work in my field, okay? And I'll take care of you. Oh, you have a knot in your shoulder, it looks. Let me just rub that.
Oh, that's Bruce
Just
from,
rub that. Shh,
from living in the desert.
Shh, I'm sure it is. We'll work that out.
Existence is pain. Boaz remembered the famine that had hit... Boaz remembered the famine that had hit Israel years earlier.
We were really hungry a few years ago.
Oh, that's normal for this area? Interesting. That's like the Middle East version of
Yeah.
Like, so what's your sign, or what do you
Where do you go to church?
What do you go to college for? What's your major?
What do you do? Oh, I work in retail.
Oh, I'm a woman. I'm not allowed to do anything. Oh, that's interesting. Do you enjoy that? Not particularly. Life is fucking awful. Naomi and her family had left Israel for greener pastures. Then tragedy struck. Naomi's husband, Elimelech, died while they were in Moab due to a terrible naming accident. But Naomi cheered up when her sons, Mahlon, Chilion?
Yeah, Chilion.
That sounds...
Chili's on.
Chilion!
Yeah.
If that's not in the next Pokemon game, it's like, I don't know. They've done weird shit at this point. Just have it be like a pot of chili. And then
I was going to say like a cold.
No.
That does ice.
No,
damage.
they've already done plenty of ice Pokemon. You need one that looks like a bowl of chili. And then
bowl of chili.
It's
bowl of chili pocket monster.
Its evolved form will be it'll have like a Kevin from The Office that has just spilled the chili.
What will its final form be?
That is its final form.
So what's its young form?
Just a pot of chili.
It can't have. So it's a pot of chili. Then it's a pot of chili with a dollop of sour cream and some green onions and some cheese on top. And then it's Kevin spilling the chili.
Yes.
Okay.
Call us, Game Freak.
Can you get that third gen trumpet?
Malon and Chilion married Ruth and Oprah. Stedman, no!
Orpah.
Aw.
That says Orpah, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Oprah because we made a joke about it.
No, I probably did the same exact thing and saw Orpah and said Oprah, and then we made a joke about it.
Are we sure? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's where Oprah's name comes from.
I doubt it.
1 second.
I'm going to take this moment to talk about Stedman.
Who
And what a steadfast
did-
partner that man has been to that woman. Good on you, Stedman.
Who did Chilion marry? Nope, you're right. Orpah.
Yep.
Rip.
Once again,
Me-
our jokes are at the root of it.
Spelling
Me
errors.
saying things incorrectly. Adds up. They were married for 10 years. Then more tragedy. Malon and Chilion also died, and they could not be revived. I think Nurse Joy was busy that day.
Aw.
With no one to care for her, Naomi had to return to Israel. Because you had to be cared for, because...
Yeah, she couldn't just own a flax business.
No. Orpah returned to her family, but Ruth had made up her mind. Don't make me go away. Whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. And,
That's pretty presumptuous. Maybe I don't want you around.
in the intervening 10 years, by the way, she had been in prison and killed a guy, so... That's what the tattoo's for. Then she took a bold step of faith and pledged, Thy people shall be my people, and thy God, my God.
She converted to the religion so she wouldn't have to be cast into the desert and be alone.
Yeah, Ruth is a conversion story
Yeah.
about having to convert or be alone.
Well, and also about how women have no property rights.
Sure. Ruth abandoned the gods of Moab to place her faith in Naomi's God. Boaz learned how Ruth had decided to help Naomi.
Hi there. Don't know if you know, I wear a headband.
A lot of people wear headbands, yeah.
Yeah, but this means that I do a lot of physical activity, a lot of sweat,
Okay.
which means underneath these robes, very chiseled. Just let you know, I have a calorie deficit, which for a farmer is pretty rare.
I'm guessing being a farmer and being in the Middle East, you're a fairly hairy gentleman, and while I respect
Hold
you
on,
as
can
an
I do sit-ups while you talk? Do you mind?
I do actually.
Oh,
you're
one.
You're gonna do it anyway. Okay.
2, 3, flex all the way through, breathe out.
Hey, what's that over there?
What?
Run away!
Nope. May God fully reward you for coming to trust in Him. By the way, I noticed that you too are not a Gentile, right? What's the other one? What's the opposite of that?
Are you talking
Jew?
Jews and Gentiles?
You're a Jew. I'm happy for it. I don't know. I was looking for another word that sounded a little nice, but instead it's just factual. You're a Jew. You've converted. Thanks. I appreciate it.
But Boaz also did his part to make sure Ruth was well provided for.
Let her glean what she wants and don't stop her. And leave extra just for her. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go try to give me some of that feet. I'm into feet.
You're into feet?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some feet.
I've never heard of this before. It's the Middle East. Is
go.
this a new thing? Why are you into feet?
I'm going to go, I'm going to... I don't know. Why are you into boobs?
I don't think the feet thing's gonna catch on. We
But
walk
why are
around
you
in
into
sandals
boobs?
all day.
Why are you into boobs? You can't answer it.
They're
I'm just saying.
boobalicious.
Okay, feetalicious, same thing.
Nope.
No different.
No,
Look at her.
boobalicious.
Look at her, like they look like all of her toes look like just a different version of the same thumb.
You're saying this is a positive.
Oh God, I love it.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I don't think this is gonna catch on. Ron Howard, it did. But he never dreamt of how God would provide for him.
Yikes.
Oh God, that feels so dirty after the foot fetish comments. Ruth and Naomi lived on extra food, but what would they do after harvest? One day...
Ruth!
What shall I do?
Oh, you're here? Oh, goodness. You need a husband. I need to sell my land. I'm old as shit. And Boaz is a relative, so this is how this works. It's kind of just a penile exchange. You just pick one. And Boaz is a
I don't
good
even
one.
like pianos!
Penis.
Oh,
Not pianists.
this got a lot worse.
Do they even have... What's a piano?
Naomi had Ruth find where Boaz slept on the late night of harvest, so she crept up and uncovered Boaz's feet in the cool night air. Then oh my God, they're perfect for each other! At midnight, Boaz was startled awake by the cold. And a woman.
Who are you?
I am Ruth.
Oh, I've been hitting on you a lot. Yes, that's
I'm
true.
here to touch your feet.
What?
You're close.
What did you say?
You're a close.
No. Back up.
I'm gonna touch your feet.
Oh, fuck. I nutted.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Hold on. Do you have a towel?
I have one on my head.
Is that a burqa? I don't actually know what those are called.
I like
Like
how
a hijab?
I don't know. You're a close relative of my husband. Please do your family duty for me.
What does that mean? Wait. What? Wait. I was just looking for some fun, some feet. Sure, I swiped right, but it wasn't to marry.
If we get married, you can touch my feet.
How much?
I don't know.
How many times a week?
I guess as much as you want. I'll be your property.
Unlimited?
Yeah. I don't really get a say.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
It happened again.
She was asking him to marry her. Now Boaz was very overwhelmed.
Oh, bless the Lord. You chose me over the young man. There's just one problem. I'm empty. Totally empty. I'm not even your closest relative. If he does his family duty, okay, pick him. But if not, I'll. Whew. You should always make these decisions after you come.
Do you want a cigarette or something?
I don't smoke. I'm more of a vape guy myself. Do you have any Juuls? Juul pods? I like the traditional tobacco flavor the most. But I mean, Cool Mint's fine. The only reason I know that is because our friend Alex is a douchebag.
Oh, does he do the Juuls?
You're a douchebag. I love you, but...
The next day, Boaz gathered 10 elders, then called over his relative.
Come, sit down. Help me settle a family. Don't sit down there, though. Nope. Move over. Perfect. It's a little damp.
Of course! Boaz.
Is that what your voice is? You're younger than me.
He's got a longer beard.
What the hell? You look so much. You look at least 28 years old.
One of them moisturizes and one doesn't. Boaz set his plan in motion.
All right, so this widow, Naomi, and she's selling her brother Elimelech's land. You're the nearest relative to buy it from her. But if you can't, check out my headband. If you can't, I will have the honor. I'm next in line.
We've all seen the headband. We get it. Just wear a hat like the rest of us.
You're not all wearing hats. Some of you have hats that also feature skirts. And then there's the one bald guy that doesn't have a hat at all. Frankly, he's the one that should have the most hats.
At least we're choosing one side or another. Hat or no hat. Pick a side.
Well, I don't know. I think you could say this guy in the bottom right here has like a hat, but also a headband.
That's Frank. We have an arrangement. I will buy the land. Oh, Osama bin Laden. Okay.
Okay, Osama. There's just one more detail. Actually, there's two more details. Number one, not a system of caves.
Okay.
Number two, you must also marry Ruth to raise up a son who will inherit her husband's land.
Oops, that's a problem.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know why that's a problem?
Why is that?
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
That doesn't make any sense to me. What?
They have jewel pods, but not steel.
Well, no, I don't know why that would... I know you're Osama. And I know that you carried out 9/11 and the attacks therein. But there's no buildings here. Only woman.
I did a good job. I'd risk my inheritance here. You take the honor.
Okay, deal. Cool, great.
Boaz
Gotcha. Roasted. Tricked you.
married Ruth the outsider who trusted God. You see, it doesn't matter where we come from. What matters is who we put our faith in.
No one's ever been that nice to me. I get beaten daily.
Oh, God.
But why would a rich man like Boaz take in a former... Wait, are you trying to marry me?
Oh, no, just your feet. That's why I sprinkled in the foot stuff in the story.
Oh. I'm unaware of this sexual fetish. I'm more into spit.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Gargle it in my mouth.
I stick to external fluids.
Like...
Don't worry about it. I'm steering into old lady again.
I don't know.
God damn. Because of what had happened to his mother, she was a former prostitute.
Ooh, tell me about that. I would like to hear about the prostitute.
Sure, she lived in a house on the wall of Jericho and believed in the Hebrews' God. She was also a prostitute, so she was a dirty bird.
She into feet?
Let's say yes.
Hey.
And now, 2 spies had told her what God was about to do.
Mom, Dad, everyone come with me.
Her first thought was for her family's safety. Everything she knew was about to come tumbling down. Where are we going?
To my house. We'll be safe there. And where the God of the Hebrews is going to destroy Jericho. I have insider information. I'm a dick whisperer.
10 days later. You know, that's the... Oh my God. You know what's funny to me? Sometimes, you know, this is a completely unsubstantiated claim.
Yeah?
I don't think
is it?
that this happened. But sometimes myths do stem from, like, something that kind of happened.
Sure.
It would have been hilarious if this is based on a real story where a prostitute slept with, I don't know, a spy or something. And the spy let it slip like, hey, tomorrow... You sucked my dick real good. Just so you know, tomorrow we're invading the city. Maybe keep your family somewhere safe. And then this story sprung out of that.
Well, if you look at this diagram here, her house,
yeah,
huge.
For a prostitute, yeah.
For anybody, that's a big ass house. Like, look at relative to the size of the rest of the city. It's like
enough.
a 20th of the city. And apparently she lives in the only house outside the hill. So stupid.
10 days later, God's judgment flattened Jericho's massive walls, but Rahab's house still stood, her family safe, because she trusted God and knew how to give that good head.
It's important.
But God wasn't done blessing Rahab and her descendants.
There's a diagram.
Obed was ancestor to King David in the line of Jesus Christ.
Yo.
Oh God, not chronology. Family trees in the Bible are a fucking mess. Don't get me started on that shit. Israel's king down to Jesus descended through a man who was only a quarter Hebrew, and through a Canaanite harlot and Moabites.
Yikes. Then it's true, God doesn't care where we come from.
Yeah. Unless you're, Mormon God, pre-1978.
What about the libtards in California? Does God care where they come from?
He's fine with everyone in Silicon Valley except for Elon Musk.
God
weirdly.
damn it!
Don't bring it up then, man.
Ah! Don't bring it up. I said the word California.
Yeah, that's close enough. Try and stay at least 7 steps away from Elon Musk, or else you're gonna get dragged into it.
I'm trying to think of a thing that's 7 steps away from Elon Musk. Here.
Not the planet Mars. He talks about Mars a
Hold
lot.
on. Hold on. I'll think of something. Thetans.
Thetans? Body Thetans. Scientology. Tom Cruise. Action movies. Car stunts. Cars. Electric cars. Elon Musk.
You could have said Hollywood, California, Elon. Yeah. Shit.
That's not where my brain went. That would be
No.
dishonest.
You're right. Saltwater taffy.
Salt. Mines. Tunnels.
Shit!
Failure.
Fuck! God damn it. That's fucking crazy. Alright, Jesus is there, and we're gonna skip that.
Great. Do you want Jesus enough to trust in him with all your feet?
Yes!
Then feet him so. I'll feet with you.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Angie placed her faith in feet, and feet saved her.
What a blessing you happened by. You, sound like my son. I haven't seen him in years.
Well, I didn't just happen by.
Oh, really?
I've searched for years. I recognized your feet. I know I've changed a lot, but I'm Billy. I am your son.
I asked if you were Billy at the beginning of this tract. I asked if you were Billy and you said no. So I assumed you weren't Billy. You gaslit me.
I don't identify as Billy anymore. I identify as Billy's feet attached to the rest of Billy.
I don't respect that.
That's okay. I don't respect myself. So, that's the tract.
Would you want me to call you Feet Him and Feet He?
Yes, please.
Oh. Does it mean a lot to you?
Yes.
Well, I'm not an impossible cunt, so I guess I'll do that.
So that's the tract.
Hey.
Hooray. I don't know why we show up anymore either. I get it. So, you could always send more stuff to this P.O. Box.
There it is.
Oh shit, I think I gotta go pay that. I think it's due, the P.O. Box.
Oh shit.
I got an email about it, I think. I'll go tomorrow and do it.
Okay.
Or
Or they'll shut our P.O. box off.
Yeah. Shut it off.
They'll shut it off.
I
They'll
know
press
what
the
you
button.
mean, but it'd be funny to... Oh, the mail shut off. So, you can always follow us on Twitter at PapaBirdJ.
I wouldn't hate getting rid of those magazines people ordered us for no reason. I just throw them away every time, for the record.
Yeah.
If you paid any money at all for those, which I don't think you did, but I hope you do.
There are multiple industry, sometimes within like a certain industry or whatever, there'll be like
Here's our
trade magazines.
Here's our porta potty trade magazine.
Sure, someone is sending us like porta potty trade magazines. People who are like people not specifically porta potties,
Well,
but
you're
waste
giving the idea
disposal
now,
ones.
but it's just boring. I'm actually just gonna throw them away. So all you're doing is wasting 30 seconds of my time.
That's fine. My time isn't that worthwhile.
Yeah.
So,
But if you send something worthwhile, you can be featured on the show.
until next time, I'm Hugo.
Do you have an ear of corn at your house?
I can't imagine I do.
All right.
Why would I have corn at my
I'm
house?
thinking about eating some corn on stream.
If there's corn, I'll eat it.
It's the brand.
I'm not gonna not eat corn if it's in front of me. You know what I saw the other day and I almost bought you?
Corn?
Because I knew you do the corn thing.
I don't do the... They did the corn thing, and I was forced to acquiesce.
You're now a participant in the corn thing.
Yeah.
There's popped corn that comes on the cob and you stick it in the microwave and it pops all on the cob. I almost got it because I thought it would
I don't have a microwave.
Oh yeah, you don't. Shit.
Can it work in the oven?
I don't know.
I can't imagine why it wouldn't.
Still.
Anyway.
Dead air.
Yeah, that's probably a good time to cut it off.
Fuck.